corruption, nepotism, cronyism, lack of transparency, and a lack of accountability. All accusations which have been leveled against governments from time immemorial. A modern electorate has become more attuned to these issues and consider government's handling of them as vital to the functioning of a healthy democracy. Both the SLP and UWP have pledged to address matters relating to good governance if elected. According to the UWP's 2021 manifesto, the party's development agenda is underpinned by two broad principles: the ability of citizens to enjoy fundamental rights and freedoms, and the participation of citizens in development and decision-making through representative associations, including clubs, cooperatives, and civic groups. To achieve this, UWP pledges to decentralize government in an effort to empower citizens and encourage greater participation in the affairs of the country. Based on the manifesto, revamping the local government structure is the primary focus in this regard. Among the plans are the establishment of 3 new constituency councils in Castries and 2 in Grosile. The idea of establishing separate councils for Grosile is one which may be welcomed, as many constituents and candidates have noted a need for such developments given the size, layout, and population of the constituency. The party also wants to give all constituency councils the authority to collect property tax and to keep 50% of collected tax for the purpose of maintaining roads and amenities. While the SLP's manifesto does not outline plans for local governance specifically, it indicates that they intend to pursue development at the constituency level by providing annual allocations for MPs and making them account for the allocations. Other plans by the UWP include the establishment of administrative centers in select locations to decentralize government services, as well as the establishment of constituency development foundations to lead local economic development efforts. By contrast, the SLP's manifesto focuses on issues of governance at the national scale, including anti-corruption efforts and constitutional matters. This section of the party's manifesto opens with the claim that over the last 5 years, the country has witnessed, quote, an unprecedented assault on its constitutional and parliamentary conventions and the abuse of institutions of our democracy by the UWP government, end quote. According to the SLP's manifesto, they intend to redress this through a series of actions. These include strengthening the Integrity Commission to take meaningful action against public officials engaged in corruption and enacting anti-corruption legislation. The party also promises to enact more appropriate legislation to prevent parliamentarians from remaining in the House and receiving compensation if they do not submit the required declarations of their assets to the Integrity Commission. Moreover, the party wants to ensure transparency, efficiency, and effectiveness in legislative drafting processes by implementing a policy on good regulatory practice and regulatory impact assessments. Also on the SLP's agenda is fulfilling the constitutional requirement of electing a deputy speaker, an issue which has been a point of contention for some and the subject of an ongoing court battle. The role has remained vacant ever since Sarah Flood Bobre vacated it to take up a position in the External Affairs Ministry shortly after the 2016 general elections. The age-old concern of constitutional reform features in the SLP's manifesto yet again. In 2016, the party pledged to consider the legislation to establish a fixed election date. Now, they have promised to reactivate the bipartisan committee to review the constitutional report by Justice Susie Dovey and the parliamentary recommendations with a view to adopting final recommendations within their first year in office. During the previous election cycle, the UWP's manifesto promised to explore aspects of constitutional reform such as term limits for prime ministers, legislation to regulate campaign financing, and a fixed date for general elections. The latter has been spotlighted recently, with many commenting on the previous uncertainty over the calling of elections. However, no decisive actions were taken on any of these issues during the administration's recently expired term in office. While these issues were given significant attention in the UWP's 2016 manifesto, their 2021 manifesto makes no mention of any aspects of constitutional reform. For Choice News Now, Amanie Mathurin reporting.